Good morning, everybody. This is Peer-to-Peer Trades, joining you in this beautiful morning here in Thailand. Having my iced coffee. Got to get caffeined up. And I want to talk about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is it's a disbelief rally. A lot of people don't want to believe that Bitcoin has the potential to really rally here. I am seeing this as a potential for a pretty large move. Now, I don't want to get people too hyped up. You have to approach these markets very carefully because I also do not believe that we are in a bull market, okay? So we have these large price advances from time to time inside of a bear market. And if you're not a trader, if you're an investor, you need to be careful because what can happen, or you just need to be aware of the fact that yes, we can rally, but it might come back down to the levels that you've already bought. Kind of like a double bottom situation. Let me get into the charts here. What I'm seeing here on Bitcoin, let me just make it full screen. Now, we have I've been comparing this area right here to the automatic rally that we had back in 2018, 2019. That after that capitulation, I guess it was 2019 when the rally took place. So we had an end of year in 2018 that ended really, really horribly. Let's actually go back there. We had a nasty capitulation back in 2018, right around this area. This was still 2018. And then we began to rally the next year in 2019. So let's actually dive into this. So we've got the alphanumerics indicator set up right here. You can see the blue line, the red line, and the orange line. So the blue line is our 7, we got the 30, and we have the 50. So our fast moving averages and our slow moving averages. Now, take a look at the wave below. Now, on alphanumerics, the red wave indicates bear market. It indicates bearish conditions, and the green wave indicates bullish conditions in a bull market. So we had the wave turn from red to green. So that's check mark number 1. We had the candles begin to close on top of the 7 moving average. Then we got this purple painted phantom candle. And then we had a brief consolidation where we had kind of an indecision candle, this doji. And then after we came down and tapped on the 30 line, we also got a bullish cross here on the weekly. And after that, boom, 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 big moves that really took a lot of the market by surprise. This rally right here was a very considerable rally. Now, I'm not exactly sure that we're going to get something quite like this, but I am open to the fact that the consolidation that we're looking at here is going to result in another upside move. But as you can see, this is what I'm talking about, being from a trader's perspective. Yes, you'll ride it all the way up, but eventually it came back down to the levels of the breakout back here. So yes, this was a bit of an anomaly. It was a very fearful time in the markets, but it doesn't matter. This is very typical of Bitcoin's history. So let's go to present day. Okay, present day. I can actually get rid of some of these markings. Present day. Well, what are we doing? We have Bitcoin on top of the 7 moving average. Check mark number 1. We have the red wave has turned to a green wave, indicating a bullish market environment. Now we have a painted candle indicating that there's a strong move that is brewing here. So if it were to follow the kind of same patterns that we saw back here in 2019, what happens next? Well, we get a retest of the 30 moving average and a bullish cross on the 7. So let's go ahead and take a look back here. What do we have? Well, we have the potential for a retest of the 30. The 30 would bring us to 21,600. So we'll just call it 21.5. Let's look for a potential retest to 21.5. And then we also have a bullish cross incoming on the weekly. A lot of people are not mentally prepared for this reality. A lot of people think that, we're up at the $25,000 level and then we're going to come down and we're just going to be range bound for a year. People are in disbelief. Now, I don't want to get people too excited. The first port of call here is right at around 30, the high 20s, low 30s is my current resistance point. But I would not be surprised, and this is gonna, you heard it here first probably, I would not be surprised for us to end up somewhere around the $50,000 level lining up with this high right here. Let's actually move our let's move our target up here. And I'm not trying to be, you know, a hype guy. You guys who have been watching the channel for a long time, you already know that I don't mess around with hype. I'm not trying to, you know, paint a picture that I don't see as true, but I want to stress the fact that I believe this is a very bullish posture that Bitcoin is in, and it's going to take a lot of people off guard. Please make your own financial decisions and understand that if I'm wrong, you need to have a plan. You always have to have a plan, whether it is an upside plan or a downside plan. You have to have a plan. But yeah, I am open to the possibility of a rally up to nearly 50K, maybe even 50K. First port of call, like we already discussed, is that 30K mark. But yeah, to me, it's looking like a pretty good automatic rally type situation that we had in the previous cycle back here. That, you know, when you zoom out to current day, it doesn't look like much, but let me tell you, this trading environment, if you traded this rally appropriately, you would have made back everything that you lost on this downtrend. A lot of people made a lot of mistakes. A lot of people bought in at the $20,000 hype, the $17,000 hype, and they got wrecked the whole way. If you redeployed capital and traded this pump correctly, you would recover a lot of those losses. So just be open-minded. There's a lot of fear in the markets right now, and I think a lot of that fear is justified. There are a lot of things that are kind of there's a lot of fundamental things going on with the markets. You know, equities are still relatively overvalued. The indices are looking to put in a macro lower high and you know, reach new levels. We're at war. There's the Ukraine war. There's a lot of shit on the table to be very worried about. But I will also say that trying to time the market is really, really difficult. And in times of fear is usually where a lot of the supply dries up. Everybody's scared, so everybody sells. When there's no one left to sell, there's only one way that you can go. If the asset does have true demand, then you're gonna find that intrinsic demand bring the price up. If nobody is left to sell, then who are you gonna sell to? You have a supply shock. So yes, there are concerning things in the world today, but the charts don't lie. The charts do not lie. You have to focus on eliminating a lot of the noise. Don't listen to the headlines, because the headlines are always a lagging indicator. I want to help you guys get from, you know, being a statistic, the 95% of people that lose money in markets, and bring you over to the winning side. I think that this is a pretty good opportunity. Obviously, you have to have a plan in terms of me being wrong, but I've been those of you who have been watching the channel for a while have I've probably been your most hated YouTuber in the last year, because I had nothing nice to say at all. The last year was a grind. It was a very difficult trading environment. Even if you were trying to short, it was a very difficult trading environment. And now I think we're getting a little bit of a grace period where things are going to get a little bit more easy, but you do have to maintain proper composure. That's all the time I got for today. I just wanted to hop on and you know, share my thoughts with you. If you guys like this content, please leave it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And if there are any comments, questions, concerns that you have, feel free to drop them in the comments section. Or if you want a more personal approach, I encourage you to hop into the Discord. It's free. We got a lot of active traders here with a lot of different plans and mindsets and methods of trading and analysis. And if you're kind of new and trying to find your path, it could be a good networking opportunity for you. So all of those are always available. So please, thank you for watching, sharing, liking, subscribing, all the fun things. And until next time, please trade safe. It is a jungle out there. Peace.